What is going on, guys? Hope everyone has had a wonderful week thus far. Just gonna be chilling, more sculpting. Gonna do some cleanup here first, per usual, because we have clay bits all over the place. Also bummed because my Stream Deck still doesn't work with the new SE Live update, and yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, every tiny little striation we ended up making on this guy has led to the tiny little clay crumblings. I don't know if we'll get to it, but we might get to chopping the legs off of this thing, or more specifically, chopping the torso off of the legs, I guess. What's going on, Milo? How have things been? I was hoping to catch one of your streams, Milo, with my time off yesterday, but I didn't see you stream. You don't really hear me. Okay, shit. I'm gonna turn down my music a little bit. I don't know if that'll help at all. No, I was just saying that I didn't know if you had streamed yesterday or not. Since I wasn't streaming and I had some free time in the evening, I was like, oh, I'll catch a Milo stream, and then you didn't stream, I don't think. At least I didn't see it. Went to bed at 10. Is that early for you? Yeah, really early. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm usually in bed by like even on nights I'm streaming, I try to get into bed by like 9:30 at the latest. But I'm always trying to be up at like 4, you know, or 4:30 in the 4 or 4:30 in the morning. But today you will be on. Rock on. Oh, you're prepping for it right now. Nice. Are you starting a new project, or are you still working on some other projects, Milo? Nice. Did you already start him, or you're starting him now? Just had the ball starting it tonight. Nice. Hold on, guys. We're going to go to another camera so that I can adjust this camera. My first official, I got my first deposit for a sculpting, for a sculpture. If so, that's awesome. There we go. Nice. When do you get started on that?
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
Got logged out. What's going on logged out? How have things been said? Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that sounds kind of becomes synonymous with logged out entering chat. The spirit of logged out is in the room. Exactly. Shit, man, is this the new one you just got? Because yeah, that's some shenanigans. Yes, law. Damn. Yeah, I hope it fucking works out and you get a good one. Hmm. What's the turnaround? When are they supposed to get it back to you? Hoping a week and a half. Hell yeah. Well, at least they're taking care of you quickly. Took 3 months for me to get my light back. I was super bummed about that. One of my aperture lights I sent in for repair. Camera stuff, though, I mean, it can take a long time. It's so very exciting here. What's up, Nico? How are things going? When was opening night supposed to be again? He said it got pushed back to the 23rd. I'm not sure I remember what you had said the opening night was. Tentative was for the 8th, for the 16th. Oh, okay. Things just not ready? no vendor issues. Not my department. Probably better that way, right? You excited? Always. Yeah, I'm excited for it to get cooler around here. But that seems to be a far off wish at this point. Yeah, everyone online's talking about how it's fall right now, and it's responsible. It's not my natural state. Oh wait, I think I might come to this for a few days. Yeah, what do you do during the actual hunt itself, Nico? Are you constantly working, or do you get involved with any of the actual acting or anything like that? Because I know a lot of your stuff is more of like in the designing of the haunt, right? But once the designing's done, I don't know if you get more involved with like just making sure everything stays up and running, or what? Oh, gotcha. Just making sure, just checking all the boxes, making sure everything's working out the way it's supposed to. This butt is not supposed to look so perfect, guys. Supposed to be a deformed booty. Oh, rock on. Unacceptable flaws. This is the stupid hallway. People act really stupid in this hallway. Yeah. Well, man, if you're excited, I'm excited for you. The Armsy's perfect butt is no longer going to be perfect shaped. A few squat thrusts and we're good to go. Yeah, just he's gonna have to work at it though. He's gonna have to put some time and some effort in, okay? Is that my alerts or yours I'm hearing? I did not hear any alerts. And my alerts are actually working right now, so it must be your alerts. Oh, are you saying on my phone? Because my phone is going off. Yeah, I should probably just turn that down. Yeah, I keep getting notifications about Nevada, or well, I should say the West Coast, like big maybe Discord alerts. What? Yeah, I haven't heard anything. It could be. But yeah, I keep getting, make sure to turn off your AC and, you know, conserve energy. Meanwhile, it's like 115 degrees outside. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Have fun. Oh yeah, no, they're talking about it. They're talking about power outages and stuff like that. We haven't had any of them ourselves, but they keep talking about it. Apparently California is hurting the worst, and we're on the same, I don't know, we're on the same grid of some sort as California is. Which, I mean, makes sense. They're, like, right fucking next to us, but still. There are close neighbors, as it were, sadly. But we're supposed to be back down in like the 90s by Friday, so I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take that as a win. Oh, I know what you're hearing. I know what you're hearing. It's my Mac going off. Not no more. Go. Done and done. What you got here? Milo, what you got? Beauteous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, looks great. Great, looks great, Milo. Digging it. Digging it. Off. Sorry, I thought it was your socials. Wait, what? I have no idea how they'll accomplish that or how much it will cost. Heard about Blackout Shoes guy for EV needs. 30% of the cars on the road in that's a very conservative estimate. Interesting. Interesting you bring that up, because one of the things in those like messages I've been getting about conserving energy is like, if you have electric vehicles, do not charge them. And it's like, wait a second. Isn't that kind of like saying, if you have a vehicle, don't put gas in it? Like, said, I have no idea how they'll accomplish that or how much it will cost. Wait, what did I miss? How they will accomplish what? Oh, are you talking about the cars? Yeah, expanding the grid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're probably not too worried about right now. They're probably just worried about selling more electric vehicles. Probably we'll cross that bridge when we come to it kind of scenario, I imagine. Dang, how can I fucking suppress my comment? How can you suppress? Wait, what comment are you trying to suppress? Why do you want to suppress comment? Oh, wait, I don't know. Do you mean literal comment, metaphorical comment? Suppress your ideas? My Instagram comment. It was a mistake. Huh. What's wrong with sharing? Why did you not want to share the Instagram? Oh, you mean on Instagram something was a mistake? My Instagram. Oh my god, I'm so lost now. Because Milo, you shared. Yeah, is confused. We are lost together. Yeah, these booties are they're just a little too perfect, guys. We've shaved down quite a bit of that booty. Looked at the game inside the back rooms yet? Oh my god, no. Is it a PC game? I have been going down the SCP rabbit hole quite a bit, vis-a-vis TikTok and like little animated shits about SCPs. That I have been doing. But I'll check out inside the back room, but no, I've not heard of this. But I had to copy and paste my Insta for somebody else, and then I forgot I wasn't anymore with your socials at the Uh-oh. So I post here in the chat my Insta link instead of your socials. You can post your Insta link anytime you want, Milo. You don't, like, I just saw it. I looked at it. It's cool. And now I want to delete it. Is it clear now? Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's all the way up top. You're not going to see it anyways, Milo. So you should be fine. The game. Nothing. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was terrifying. What's going on? What's going on, Tricerathrax?
Oh, no, not much. I just got back from getting my instructions from Mr. Kyle about keeping that feline and that reptoid alive.
Oh, are you pet sitting?
Yeah.
Are you going over there to pet sit?
Well, I certainly can't be bringing a cat over around Smooch's big, dumb, violent ass these days.
That's
So,
a good
yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish Smooch hadn't flipped that switch last year or whatever, because if he was the young Smooch version of himself, then I could just go, okay, cool. I'm going to have a cat for, 4 days, and we would just have a cat buddy. But no, he's a big, giant penis face. In
Yeah.
my phallus.
You can say penis.
consonants.
Nico
shit, I forgot.
Nico says hi.
Oh, hey.
Milo, I don't know that you can delete the comment. It's long gone. No one's going to see it ever again. So you have nothing to worry about, Milo. It's okay. And you're welcome to share your Instagram stuff on my chat, on my comment pages, either way. So you're good to go. You're G2G, okay?
G2G.
You playing more Assassin's Creed?
Not yet. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of time to work on this super even nerdier thing I'm doing called Magic the Gathering deck list.
Gotcha. Nico, I'll check out that game. Nico was just talking about a game called Inside the Back Rooms.
I've been curious about that game. I saw some shit on YouTube a while back about the whole like back rooms, kind of liminal spacey.
Oh, is that what that is?
I'm assuming probably at least.
Wait, real quick.
That's like something.
Is this
it's creepy?
Because
like,
I saw Vlad play some game where he's like just in this like warehouse, I guess, with just hallways and doors, and there's like random monsters running around and shit like that. Is that the same thing or not? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know if that is the same thing, but I think I saw that Vlad video. If it's not that, it's probably similar-ish.
Okay. Sending love all over the place. Send it. Do it. Yeah, but now I want to find a comment without ban. I don't think you can. I don't think you can do. You can only delete a comment in chat once you've banned them. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Big smooch.
It's
Didn't wanna
supposed
go
to
outside when I
support
asked you.
VR. Oh, really? Okay. I'm just working on Armsy, but
Wouldn't that be like Butsy?
well, tonight, yeah, it's Butsy.
Nice.
I'm almost at the point where I'm going to be chopping off the torso from the legs.
Yeah, then it'll be torso-y.
Torso, exactly. Office building hell. Wait, did the game you saw look like a bad office building? Yeah, drop ceilings. It might have, maybe. It more looked like cement walls to me, like cement ceilings, cement walls, but it was very maze-like, kind of yellow greenish lighting.
Game played is like probably similar to what the Backrooms game is most likely like, but based on what backroom things are like. Imagine if you went into an office that had just been built and it's just that office, so it's totally empty, but there's like cubicles and the lights are on it. It's like that creepy shit happens as you're lost in this maze of offices, essentially. At least,
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can
according to the YouTube stuff I've seen.
Find out what it's called. Now I just need to know. I'm pretty sure it's not called Backrooms. It's called something else, but it's not that far back. Of course, he doesn't put the name of the fucking games in the titles of his.
He's a wiener, dude.
Yeah.
Might even be two wieners.
Is this it? Oh, this is it. The scariest game. Oh, it is. The Back Rooms. Yeah. It's called The Back Rooms. The one he played was called The Back Rooms 1998.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So that was
Is that the one where it starts out with like a skateboarding video, and then you find out in the end they like killed everybody or some shit?
And it's that's right. It's really weird. It's like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Creature walking around in like a raincoat or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, have you beaten it already, Nico? Or are you still playing through it? Because otherwise, Sam just gave the ending away.
Oh, I thought he said he was playing something called like something of the Backrooms or some shit. Would in theory be a different Backrooms game.
Oh, maybe he did. Yeah, actually, maybe. What is it? He was talking about inside the back. Ooh, it is a different game. Okay, it is a different game. All right. Yeah, you can post a link. Go for it. Your links are welcome. Always welcome.
Indeed.
Dude, all the problems that you have been going through with like medical shit, not even your particular medical shits, just the idea of medical shits and the shits that I've been going through, I don't remember it being this difficult to deal with doctor shits back in the day when I was a kid, man. Now, admittedly,
Dude,
our parents would have been dealing with this, likely. But I swear I would have heard about bitching if this were the case. Like, I don't know. It just seems wildly difficult. Let's see what you got, Nico.
Well, I mean, probably part of it is that, you know, we were in Wayland getting appointments back in the day. Now we're in Las Vegas. And that in itself.
Yeah, but even in California, which I guess, same thing, right? So, Nico, it looks similar. God, it looks very similar to the little creepy head peering around the corner. Can I do a screen share of this? I'll show. Let's see here. Window capture 2. And we'll captures that edge. That little creepy fucking guy right there. Yeah, save, sure. That's fucking terrifying. So the one that I saw is not this. It's not this game, but it's very close. Like I said, it's called the Backrooms 1998, not Inside the Backrooms. But I'm sure it's probably similar, honestly. But that is pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Dogman. Wait, so have you been playing it then? Have you beaten it? Motherfucker.
Hi, Big Smooch. I see you, my bud. Big bud. You're a big goof. How about you chill your smoochy face?
You tell him.
I'm saying, dude. All right, give me a couple minutes. I think he wants to go outside or something.
Or
maybe just wants to eat. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tricerathrax and I are going to try and get down on hopefully some Ghost Exile. I'm trying to get him to get into. I really want to. I liked that game way more than Phasmo. It's just a lot. I think it's a lot harder. But there is the new update for Aliens Fireteam Elite as well. So that might have to happen. The full Halloween effect. Wait, is it a multiplayer? This Backrooms one you're talking about? 4-player co-op, really? Huh. I'll have to check it out. Did you buy it on a whim, or had you seen like gameplay of it? Yeah, you can't say, yeah, $5, you know? It's hard to say no to that. I will say that's one thing I definitely like about PC gaming over console gaming is that it's way easier to find decent games for cheap on PC than it is on console. Matter of fact, most games on console you're not going to get for $5, pretty sure. Pretty sure that's not going to happen. But it is the season for scary games, so I'm going to be trying to play some more scary games. I think I'm a little forested out for now. Even though they pushed back the forest, those bastards. I knew they were going to do it. I knew they were going to do it. I didn't want to believe it, but I knew they were going to do it.
I'm back.
You are back. So, Ghost Exile this Friday, man? Huh?
Yeah, I'm down. We do get paid tomorrow, right?
What day is it?
Hope so, because maybe I won't be down this week if we don't.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I don't think Ghost Exile is at least not like a full price game. So either like just.
Well, if it's like $20 or whatever, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But yeah, I'm probably at my lowest financial point in the last like 2 years right now. Or no,
Yeah.
I guess that would have been the end of my lease after Dakota
medical
abandoned me
shits will
for
do that.
$3,000 a month. Yeah, that too. Yep.
Very inexpensive, even free. Development tools help with a lot of PC gaming. Generous light system terms if you decide to sell as well. Oh, yeah. While you were away, I was saying how I like that PC games seem to offer you way more variety for cheap.
Yeah.
You know, than console games ever did. Like,
yeah, I would say so.
Like, even if you put like something like the game like Bigfoot on console, you know that shit would be like a $45, $50 game.
Right.
You know, what's interesting is I'm actually been really interested in maybe replaying Predator Hunting Grounds, because that's on PC.
Yeah.
And I do like playing a mouse and keyboard, you know?
I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to it. I avoid it if I can, but there's a handful of the games I've been playing that require me to use mouse and keyboard, such as the first Portal game, even though it has clear options showing that you can use a controller. in the menu, you cannot.
There's some game you played with us online that you had to use a keyboard. Oh, Bigfoot. You had to use a keyboard, right?
Yes, fucking Bigfoot. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. Bigfoot. Dude doesn't even have a computer.
Doesn't need to. He communicates with
Tapping on trees and shit.
Yeah, tapping on trees.
Yeah, yeah.
So wait, yeah, this is from the playlist. It's literally called Stranger, but the song is called Tesseract, and it's not by the Stranger Things guys. But it's an obvious, rip off of it. Actually, the band that does the Stranger Things soundtrack got some really cool music. If you look up their other albums, it's all very much synthwave, Stranger Things-esque. But I think the band's called Survive, but with like a period in between all the letters. But they've been around for a while.
Letters.
So just okay, just to clarify, you're just building a new deck right now, right? You said Magic deck? That's your thing?
There's a new set basically that's releasing either today or tomorrow. Their pre-release shit came out last week, but anyway, I looked at some spoilers a little while back, and there was this one particular card where I was like, that would be fucking cool as shit to make a deck with, and so I'm working on that. I had the deck about half built as of like 2 weeks ago, but I bought one of their pre-release packs or whatever last week, and happened to get the
for sure. You too, Nico. Have a great night.
Oh, Nico just leave.
Yeah, he's bouncing.
Oh, word, peace, dude. But yeah, I happened to get the card, so I figured I might as well actually put this thing together now, and see how much it'll cost to acquire the cards I don't already have.
How often do you actually play Magic?
I probably
on a weekly basis.
Probably spend about somewhere between 16 and 24 hours playing it every weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I mean most weekends, because Tony's schedule changed, so he got weekends off, and now it's changed again, so he's not doing thirds either. So she usually comes over on like Friday night, and then between Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, they're usually here for most of the weekend. Sometimes they're over at her place, but most of the time that they're over here, they're at the table playing Magic. So yeah, I do it all the time. Been trying to get some of the nerds at work to play, since almost everybody there with a penis plays Magic, but except for you and Jeff. But so far as I am. Talk to Nick about Magic all the time. Talk to fucking Sean about it all the time. Don't really talk to James about it that much, but I know that he plays. Kyle does. He's been over here and played a few games with us too recently. I actually just gave him a deck the other day because it's a color scheme I don't really fuck with, but it's like the only one that Kyle fucks with. So I was like, here, dude, you'll definitely get better use out of this than me, because I don't know how the fuck to work it, but...
You just gave him a whole deck, or like a new pack of cards? I guess it's the same thing.
It was a whole, well, it could be any number of things with Magic, but no, I gave him what's referred to as a pre-con deck. Pre-con, just pre-constructed, but basically it's an already assembled deck with the cards that should work together and stuff like that. But the problem is the color scheme for that deck is black and red, and I don't know what it is, but there's something about so every color in Magic has a certain number of mechanics that are kind of associated with that color. Like usually that color does the thing, except for green. The green color apparently steals everything from everybody, but aside from that, generally certain things will be associated with this color or that color, whatever.
Right.
And I don't know why, but for some reason I can't seem to wrap my fucking head around how the red mechanics work. And it shouldn't be that difficult, dude, because red is basically like, if you play a video game where you can choose to be like a barbarian or a wizard or a whatever, the barbarian is always just this big, dumb, overly powered thing that you just spam the attack button and you win the game, you know.
Right.
And that's basically red, you know. But I'm like, how do I be a big dumb barbarian? You know, I can't figure it out. But the other 4 colors I'm pretty decent with for the most part. And so yeah, with that deck, it was black and red. I just don't know how to make it work. So I was like, here, Kyle, you can probably actually figure this out. It's something far beyond me.
But he didn't play, or he did play.
Oh, we played a few games, yeah. But yeah, like Sean and Kyle used to go and play with Steve all the time. You know, they'd go out to eat or whatever and play some Magic. Sean apparently spent a good chunk of his time, like 6 hours this weekend on Saturday at one of the local card shops, just playing with a group of people he met.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I know it's not really your thing, but I bet if you were to play with certain colors, specifically black and blue, or maybe black, blue, and red, combined, it would suddenly become your thing. I don't think you'd enjoy the game. I think you would. I think once you kind of figured out how the mechanics work for yourself, you would enjoy frustrating the fucking shit out of people. I mean, this is like literally. I know it sounds silly because it's a card game, but this is like literally a game where you can fuck around too much and basically have people actually angry at you for a period of time. I mean,
I'll find a way to do that in any game.
I mean, I know that. That's fine. But like, dude, it's the reason I say black and blue. Like, you would potentially be into the black and blue stuff is because you can do a lot of like controlling the board, and so someone can be like, cool, I have this plan for how I'm about to fucking dominate the battlefield, and then you're just like, no, I'm using a card to counter that spell, so now it fizzles out your entire plan, and then that person, you can see in their face and hear in their sigh that they want to kill you and then themselves. And it's just it's so great. Like, dude, at some point, if you're feeling very open-minded.
Well, I sat with you and Tony while you guys were going through it and stuff like that. So,
well, I'm saying if you feel wildly open-minded and into trying new things, let me know, and sometime I will come over. I will bring over a couple of my black and blue decks, and you can fuck around with them and see what you think. But
how many decks do you have?
I don't want to answer that. I didn't realize the number of decks that I had was abnormal until several people were like, why do you have that many decks?
Because obviously you're not playing with all of them, right?
Oh, I do. So my thing is like, I just really enjoy the game. I wanted to play it as a kid, but I didn't get to because my fucking parents were crazy alt-right Christians, and they were like, it's Satan. So mostly that was my dad, but still, I wasn't allowed to play it. So I was like watching almost every friend group I've ever had throughout elementary school and high school playing this game all the time at recess and shit, and I just wasn't allowed to do it. And I was like, fuck. And so when Steve and Sean and Kimberly and a bunch of people from work back last fall came over to Tony and my place here, and they were playing it, I was like, man, they're a lot of fun. And I mean, it's sort of like a fantasy theme thing, and there's technically like a story that goes to it too. I don't really fucking know any of the storylines or whatever, but it exists, you know. And I was like, wow, that's there's a lot of history and content behind this game. And I started playing with a green and blue deck because somehow Steve and Tony accurately knew that I was going to be a guy who does the best with green and blue as a pairing. And so I started playing with that, but then there were other decks that I thought were cool, and I always thought the black cards were cool because, you know, the symbol's a skull and shit, and, you know, dark and gloomy and emo and whatever. But anyway, so I bought a couple other decks, and then I started buying loose cards, and I made a few decks with my loose cards, and I mean, at this point, I don't want to really say this publicly, but I've got to have somewhere in the realm of probably like 6,000 or 7,000 loose cards.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I for a little while, man, like, after I started playing the game and getting into it, and then earlier this year when I got back into it, I didn't really play a lot earlier this year, just being busy with work and whatever other shit, I just didn't do it a lot, but when I started playing again, like the first week I was playing, mind you, this is like 2 months before my medical shit started, and I wasn't expecting that. I spent about $1,200 on Magic cards, and
You got a problem, son.
yeah, yep, I certainly do. You know, I told a shitload of people before we moved out of San Diego that I would not develop a gambling problem. I was telling the truth when it came to casinos, but like here, dude, what's really fucking, this is why it's a problem, is because I could easily go to one of the We Play locations and probably find any individual card I wanted and just buy only that card, right?
Right.
But my stupid gambler brain, as I'm gonna refer to it right now, is like, yeah, but if you buy the 15 random cards, you're spending, you know, maybe a few bucks more or maybe a few bucks less, depending on the individual card. But you could get that card, and then there's still 14 other cards that might also be cards you want. And so I'm really bad about it, dude. Like sometimes I'll fucking drop off Kyle, and then I'll backtrack 2 blocks over to We Play and be like, let me get 4 of these packs and like 2 of these packs. But when I come home, sometimes I'll literally just open all of them up and go, I already have all these, and just like throw them in a stack somewhere and go fuck off and do other shit. Like,
Wow.
it is problematic. It is about as close to an like actual gambling at a casino addiction as I'll probably ever have. But it is it's something I've had to consciously stop myself from doing over the summer once all my medical things kind of picked up. But
Damn.
yeah. Yep. But at this point, thankfully, I'm super fucked for money, so I won't be doing that for a while. But and hopefully I'll get over that weird addiction by the time I'm able to start buying stuff again. But we'll see. I don't really trust myself, but I can hope.
Trust yourself with Magic the Gathering. Honestly, dude, you're still probably not even like near the worst type of Magic collector, dude. You know what I mean? There's probably people who put you to shame with the amount of money you've spent. What's up, Sticks? How's it going?
Oh, for sure. I saw a Reddit post yesterday of someone who bought an $86.9 thousand card. One.
86.9 thousand? Jesus
Yep.
Christ.
Yeah. That's actually not even technically all that crazy. I mean, it is really when you think about it, but there's a lot of cards that were just like prints from back in the 90s or something, and there was like a limited run maybe, or just there aren't a lot left in circulation, and the ability on the card is really cool, and so everybody fucking wants it. For instance, there's this card called Black Lotus. I have no fucking idea why people think it's so cool, and frankly, if somebody even wants a Black Lotus, I think they're an idiot.
Well, plus I'm sure it has to do with rarity too. How many of them are printed, right?
I'm sure it does. It's also like I think like alpha, like Magic the Gathering alpha, you know, time frame shit. It's like literally from it was printed back in '93, like back when the game first started. I think it printed for a number of years after that, but the thing, it's just silly to me that people are so obsessed with it because the card is not nearly as good as some of the cards you can get that are basically the same thing, and you can buy them for like $1 to $5, and the effect is better because what this stupid card even does. So there's a number of cards that are Lotus cards, right? And they're artifacts, and they just allow you to add mana. You know, the lands or whatever that allow you to play your other cards, right?
Yeah.
But this, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool because you can play it for 0 mana, which means you can put it out on the battlefield without paying any mana for it.
Right.
But then here's why this is stupid. It lets you add 3 mana of any single color of your choice, and then you have to put it in your graveyard. So one time, you get 3 mana for free. Whereas I've got one, it's called some other fucking sort of Lotus. It's called the Nyx Lotus, right? And that card, it's not a one-time use and then you discard it. It's just out on the board unless somebody destroys it. But
Right.
you choose a color and you add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion to that color. So basically, devotion just means.
Hold on 1 second. Sticks, do you play Magic? Do you know what he's talking about? I'm just curious. Anyhow, you continue.
So yeah, so with this one, you can add an amount of mana that's equal to your devotion to the color you're adding. So devotion means basically the number of that mana color symbol you see on cards plus however many lands you have that are that
Oh
color.
shit. Turtle says, I summon Pot of Greed. I don't know what.
Greed?
I don't know. I think Turtle's fucking with me. Turtle, you must play Magic. This is right up your alley, right? And
Well,
apparently
first of
Styx
all-
also plays. Allows me to summon 3 additional cards from my deck. That's what Turtle says.
Pot of Greed, a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Yes, it is. What in the fuck, Turtle?
We're talking Magic
think-
here, which I don't know shit about, but that's apparently what.
I
Next,
think
I
that
play
Turtle
Pot of
only
Greed.
even said that because the stupid face on the card looks reminiscent of a face you could refer to as that one fucking trolley face shit you see online all the time. It's not quite the same face, obviously, but it is some
Right.
guy smiling like a dickhead.
He says
Also,
he's
if it was a
talking about
Magic
a
card, it'd have been-
superior card game.
That is the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You not play? You don't play? You don't play Magic, Turtle? I don't either, so I'm not judging. It just seems like something you might do.
I mean, if he's a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, he's probably like, "Ooh, Magic requires too much thinking. It's very complex. Let's play Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what Sam's little brother plays."
Is this where the battlefields really are, or between Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic players?
Yes, this is the Star Trek versus Star Wars argument of TCGs. I think only in this unique context. I've never really seen any sort of like Magic fans versus Yu-Gi-Oh fans all out brawl or anything like that. But God damn it! I thought I was gonna learn about a cool new Magic card, and instead of I learn about this shitty font, inferior artwork, trash border card game that I would never care about. I mean, dude, these cards, which apparently are fairly recent, look like they're 90s Magic cards, but worse somehow, which is very silly. They did not look good in the 90s.
Oh my, he says, I would play Magic, but I can't stand the smell. It's hard enough to get their stench out of the back rooms when we want to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, Styx is going at him,
It
though.
only
This
smells
awesome.
because we have to do a lot of, way more thinking. Magic has been determined to be literally the most complicated and complex game ever devised by humans. So it just requires way more brain power and physical exertion because sometimes you get so furious you have to flip a table. And that makes people sweat. And when people sweat, they get gross. And that's why we're all smelly. Also, half of us snack for some reason, which drives me nuts because why the fuck would you put food in your hands when you're playing with goddamn cards?
Wow. Okay. The battle lines have been drawn.
I'm tempted to go to your chat to see what Styx is saying, but I'm too busy looking at
It's
superior
tapping my
TCG
mana
game
card.
cards.
He quote unquote tapping my mana cards is so hard. Oh my
That's probably
god.
why he doesn't play the game. He thinks it's hard just to tap mana, which is literally the easiest thing to do in the game. So probably why he's stuck with Yu-Gi-Oh.
I've
I
never
enjoy
played
it.
any of those card games. Are Pogs still a thing?
Hogs. They maybe are. There's got to be somebody who's like, oh, remember the mid '90s, 10 years before we were born? These are cool, and I would still play them.
For your information, what, Turtle? Tell me. For my information, what?
I have a feeling maybe this is like for me and Styx's information. I don't know.
It could be, yeah.
You know what, dude? I'm gonna literally prove right now to Turtle that Turtle likes Magic more than that
Oh,
bullshit game.
it's interesting. He says, for your information, it's because whenever I tap my mana cards, I can't get them exactly perfect right angles, and that drives my OCD nuts.
God damn it. I wanna continue to argue and play devil's advocate against Turtle. That seems to be the theme when we're both on your stream. But I actually 100% agree with that. I spend so much time adjusting my tapped lands during other people's turns. It is fucking dumb.
Yeah, I did notice that while you guys were playing when I watched you that one time. I don't know. I would need I want magnetic cards that just like snap into right angles, you know?
Dude, that would be cool. Like high-tech Magic. Technology the Gathering? Shut up.
I'm pretty sure that's already a card game and Elon Musk is winning.
Elon Musk is a bitch, though.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's plenty of bitch Magic card players that are still winning.
I mean, yeah, probably. But those are the cheaters.
Wait, that's why I play Yu-Gi-Oh! With my 20 awesome 20 PBs dual deck strapped to my arm like a real Chad. Or 20 pounds, sorry, yeah.
If he's saying like a real Chad, he means Chad 10 years ago when that was not a compliment.
For 13-year-olds and Yu-Gi-Oh's for 13-year-olds and 55. You know, motherfuckers, pull up my fucking stream and you can read the chat. I'm not reading chat since they're mainly talking to you.
No, I didn't want to have to do any work.
That's true. You're too busy tapping your mana.
Yeah, you're too busy tapping, man. I don't even know what that means. Man, you know, just looking at these Magic cards featuring turtles, artwork is wildly superior to the shitty children's drawing of turtles on the Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Are there turtle cards?
Yes, I looked up. There are definitely turtle cards in both games. Man, that's creepy. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, there's fucking flying turtles, chimera turtles, dragon turtles, bruh. Worm fang turtles. I don't know what that means, but it does seem to have like some sort of thing that like one of them weird worms where they like vomit out that coral reef tongue thing. Looks like it has maybe one of those. Or maybe it's just a big turtle penis coming out.
Are you saying that you could literally build a turtle deck?
You could. Well, you could. It would have to have a lot of stuff other than creatures, though, because there's only a total of looks like 8 turtle creature cards in Magic. But let's see. If perchance, there's also tortoise cards or terrapin cards. I know I've got one called the something terrapin, and that means turtles.
Wait. Oh, okay. I was like, what?
What are you talking about, bitch?
Magic has structure, elements, types, builds. Yu-Gi-Oh has a kids show for kids.
Yeah, young kids at that.
I don't even. You know what? I can't believe I'm not in this. I don't play either of these games.
I'm not in this.
But I will probably be able to agree with Tricerathrax in the fact that I have seen the Magic cards and they're pretty cool artwork on them. I don't know that I've ever seen a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but I'm already just gonna prejudge and say it's probably not awesome.
Science.
So from a purely aesthetic thing, I think Magic's gonna win out. If I had to pick a side, that's the side I would pick. Yeah, like it is awesome. I wonder what it takes to become a Magic artist, or if they just pay specific people. If it's always random, you know, or if there's like one guy.
Oh, there's
like
a bunch of different guys and women, presumably. There was actually, so this is one of the dark parts of the history of Magic. In the 90s, there was actually an artist who, as it turned out, was a neo-Nazi. And that was partially figured out because, for instance, one of the cards that he had created, the artwork
the Hitler
is
card.
It's not a Hitler card, but it is a card with 4 Klansmen carrying axes. And people were like, what? And then, yeah, it turns out the dude was a Nazi guy, and they got rid of him. But apparently, amongst, I guess, white supremacist Magic nerds, those cards are, like, wildly valuable. Whereas the rest of us think those guys are fucking idiots.
So fucking weird. What a way to mix your interests. I guess, you know, like... So wait, Magic started in the 90s? Early 90s?
93, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember when I first started hearing about it, but it wasn't that early. I feel like you said, how old were you when you said you would know like people playing it?
Probably 3rd or 4th grade.
Oh, really?
In that area. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
You bitch, I'm not signing into Twitch. No, fuck you. I'm not chatting then.
Why didn't you want to sign into Twitch, man?
I mean, it's just a lot of work. Just let me log in, you motherfucker. There we go.
You might not even have to sign in to view.
I don't have to sign into View, but I do have to sign in to
Wait a minute.
comment.
You say I like Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. They make me money. What? How do they make you money?
They probably sell cards, dude.
The amount of people trying to get free shit today is nuts. Oh yeah, at your JOB. It's fucking every day here.
Yep. They want free stuff, and they want it the day before they asked for it. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh my god, I can fuck with people so bad. But you know what? Fuck it, dude. I'm gonna do this Magic card shit later and play some Assassin's Creed.
Why did something just happen to change your mind?
Yeah, I realized I was gonna just almost entirely wipe everything that's in this deck and rebuild it from the ground up. Now that I've looked through more shit, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't want to do that right now. So.
How many cards in an average Magic deck again? Or...
Well, so it depends on the format that you're playing, and there are 12 different potential game formats you could play in Magic, but I pretty much exclusively play Commander decks, so it's always 100 cards.
So yeah, that's some time.
Yeah, yep.
So my Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards last night, actually. Oh, you found them between rounds of Smite. Brought up Smite the other day. What the hell is Smite?
Isn't that one of them, like, what do they call them, like MMOA games or some shit?
Oh, is it? Okay.
I could be wrong, but for some reason that rings a bell to me.
Some people don't even try with... Oh, yeah, no. Most of the people that email us for wanting free shit, they don't even bother to try and come up with a good reason for the most part of why they should get free shit. Like, there's no creativity. Yeah, exactly. There's no creativity at all. Not that that would necessarily lead to them getting free shit, but at least make my email entertaining to read. You know, like...
Yeah. Tell me something good. That's what they should do. But they don't, because they're bitches. You know, it's funny, but like, have you in your time hanging out on Zendesk this last couple months or a few months or whatever now, you ever noticed any patterns for, you know, I guess types of customers or any of that shit? Or certain behaviors that come from certain demographics?
but not anything that's like not something like not unique ones. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, yes, but stuff you would guess, not anything like interesting, not any like super, narrowly defined patterns.
Have you dealt
It's a
with any
MOBA.
Florida-based small business owning men yet?
No, not yet.
They
Wait a
are
minute. Hold on a second. It's a MOBA based on mythology. Zeus versus Anubis versus Odin versus. Okay, all right. Been playing since closed alpha. Okay. Yeah. No, haven't dealt with any of those people.
Oh man, remember that one guy who spent 3 hours explaining how he was gonna fly to Vegas and strangle me to death?
Yeah.
They're all a low-key version of that guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Also,
when was closed alpha, Turtle? Wait, greedy assholes is all I get, but most unique I ever had was someone who called in and started reading scripture. Ooh, I don't think I've had that.
Well, we did just have that guy cancel his doll order because he's having a crisis of faith and doesn't need to be tempted.
Yeah, that's true.
I still say, dude, our cancellation policy has nothing to do with a dude getting upset about some shit that's not even real he's imagining right now. So, like, I don't think we should have canceled it. I think we should have been like, grow up. You already agreed to an all sales final sale, and now you're done.
June 2012. Shit, you've been playing that game since fucking
10 years ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago. Wow, okay, wow. That's a
Dang, dude, time passes.
Oh, you know what Turtle and I were talking about? I think it was yesterday. He's a big For Honor fan.
Oh, dude, I used to love For Honor. I mean, I probably still would if I was playing it, but... hey, Turtle, is there still, like, a big community on For Honor? Because I've been thinking about downloading it, and playing again.
Is it on PC?
Yeah, I believe it's on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
I forget, were you good at it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was... People spam my DMs for about a half an hour after the game good for a little while.
Wow.
And that was pretty nice. Yeah, there was a specific what was it called? There was with the first like set of, I don't remember if it was DLC or just like content that came out later or whatever, but there was this class you could play as called the Centurion.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to be a certain level of whiskey drunk to be super good with him, but that wasn't really a problem because of the place I was living with my buddy at the time. Like, we pretty much always had a bottle of Canada House present, so that was pretty easy to accomplish. But anyway, yeah, I kind of figured out how you could do this loop if you did the like kind of perfect timing, where you do this move where you basically grab your opponent by like the like chest by the front of their clothing or whatever, and then you're holding on to them, and if you spam the whatever button it was that let you punch, you could like basically hold them there and just fucking face punch them like 3 to 5 times in a row, and then you'd automatically let them go after that. And then once you let them go, if you press the right button at that point, or the right series of buttons at that point, you can go from having sat there like holding them still and face punching them to this immediate follow-up combo with a bunch of punches and shit and sword jabs and whatnot, that is just too quick for them to try to get away from. And then you can end that combination by going back to grabbing them and punching them again. I would just take dudes out as soon as they came up to me.
I played... Hold on a second. You played League since beta. You're talking about League of Legends, right? Yeah, I've never played that. I probably will never play that ever.
I don't know why anybody would admit that they played that out loud in public.
Forge says Centurion is bottom tier now. Thank God.
Really?
Yeah, are they still releasing? There's no way are they still releasing new characters for that game.
I wouldn't imagine, but I don't know. Wait, now I'm really curious now that you say that, because it's been several years now since I played it, and I have no idea how much other cool stuff came out after that.
Holy shit, really? They just added something in July? That's
What the
pretty cool
fuck?
that they're still supporting it, even though, from my understanding, and it's an Egyptian warrior. That's pretty fucking cool.
What? Oh, actively playing as an Egyptian guy right now while hearing that makes me really want to re-download that game.
Another character coming later this year. Wow.
No shit. So do they branch out from like knights, Vikings, and samurai-ish characters?
Well, they
Since it's
I
an
mean,
Egyptian guy?
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Or is this just like a unique guy, the Egyptian guy? Also, Centurion Mubby, bottom tier, but still my fucking bottom bitch right now. I'll face punch the shit out of it.
That's crazy. With not that, I thought you were mentioning in stream yesterday, Turtle, that there's not that big of a community playing. It's pretty crazy that they're showing that level of support for the game still.
Or honor characters. I'm curious. The tier list for this month. Wow, dude. Apparently, Turtle was not fucking around. Out of what's it, 2, 4. Jesus Christ, they got a lot of dudes. It's got to be like 30 characters at this point. I think there were like 12 the last time I played.
I bought it way
Centurion.
long time ago, and I don't even think there were 12. They have a new Chinese faction and new quote-unquote mercenaries faction with the Egyptian guy and a pirate. Still has a strong dedicated community, just not the same degree as something like Rainbow Six Siege. I'm honestly really surprised that Rainbow Six Siege took off the way it did.
Me too.
I guess
it seems like any Tom Clancy game has got to be boring as fuck. I played one, admittedly, but
I liked Rainbow Six Siege, but then I stopped playing it before it got huge. Actually, you and I had a lot of fun playing Rainbow Six Vegas, if you remember.
I have literally never played a Rainbow Six game, so I don't remember that.
You and I have, yes, you have.
If I have, that must have been at a point when we were hanging out at your mom or dad's house, and I was stupid drunk, because I, to my knowledge, have not played that at all.
But
make sure it wasn't like Ryan or somebody, maybe.
No, it was. Yeah, it was like. Yeah, it would have been at my mom's house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably just
yeah.
fucked up and don't remember it. You know, it's probably still way better than that though. That I do remember playing.
Earth
Actually,
Defense
that's probably
Force.
evidence in itself that it's better. Well, yeah, but I was gonna say Time Splitters.
Yeah, but this would have been after that time frame when we were playing Time Splitters. Another game they need to fucking redo or something.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Strong. What do you say? Siege and For Honor both had incredibly rocky starts and were able to recover, but Siege is way more accessible.
Anybody in the chat know if Outriders is worth playing yet? It wasn't back when we beat it.
Did we ever beat it?
Yeah, we beat it. There was that one end mission that was
we beat it, but we just
never
we never completed all of the expeditions.
There was that one last expedition, at least at the time, that we were having a real hard time with, and then there was some sort of like series of glitches going on. I forget what they actually were around that point, and we both kind of were just like, fuck it, dude, can't beat this guy, and now we can't even play the game anyway, fuck this, you know? Yeah. I've been seeing shit on Reddit recently, and it seems like there must be a pretty big community playing now, but it was such a shitty experience at the end playing it that
What is it with games having such fucking rocky launches to begin with? Like, for example, did Cyberpunk Outriders is in trouble, you think? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise. It was in trouble when it launched. I think it really had some good concepts, but they just fucked it all up, guys. They just fucked it up.
You know what the main reason I don't try to play it again is? I mean, because I still have it on my PlayStation in my library. I could re-download it and be all good, right? But the whole reason I don't do that is they're incredibly poor, like, cell mapping for areas. Like, you walk 10 feet, and then you can see on the other side of a wall where you're going, but there's a 45-minute loading screen to get to the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
And it's like, the cells were incredibly small. I don't even know why anybody in the entire development team would have thought, oh, this is all right. You know, it's garbage. You got games like Skyrim and other shit that have been hugely popular for years, which I guess that's not really relevant to what I'm saying, but the point is, you know, with a game like Skyrim, you literally can go from one end of the map to the other without having to go through a new loading screen, unless you're going into a, you know, like a cave or something.
Yeah, Tricerathrax and I played quite a bit of Outriders when it first came out, but I haven't touched that game in, what's it been, 2 years?
Has it? No, because that was something that was out. Didn't that just come out like at the beginning of last year? So I guess it'd still be like a year and a half either way. But yeah, I mean, we beat it pretty quick. Started doing the expeditions. There wasn't really a point to doing them in the first place, which was one of the points of our frustration, if I recall. And then when that last mission was just weirdly difficult with the boss, and then all the glitches came in, and yeah. Pretty much at that point, I think we just played the forest until I moved to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be down, but it does seem like there's a lot of games lately that just are like. I'm curious? Did Cyberpunk? We were talking about this. I think maybe you were talking about this, Turtle. Did Cyberpunk ever recover from its launch issues? Because like
from what I've seen on Reddit, it looks like it probably has, or at least there's a number of, you know.
Because we were talking, him and I were talking in chat yesterday about even like Fallout 76, and I know you said that Fallout 76 has actually kind of had a comeback a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been playing it this last couple weeks since I've been playing Assassin's Creed, but it's pretty cool. I mean, it's basically like it's basically like playing any of the other Fallout games, except for with the kind of like twist of it being online. You know what I mean? Where, you know,
they just released an expansion for Outriders. It looks like.
Yeah, yeah, it's like World Destroyer or some shit.
Hmm.
But unless that DLC is gonna pay me money for the absolutely bullshit time I had playing it the first time, I'm still not interested.
Hey, well, I think the new, not Gears of War, God of War, I think by the end of the year, right?
That's it, that dude, I hope so.
They announced an expansion for Cyberpunk. Really? Okay.
Must not be doing terrible then.
Yeah. Keanu is coming back. I feel just bummed that his first, I believe it was his first, like, foyer, or what's the word I'm looking for? His first time into the gaming thing, and it was just terribly received.
Yeah. I mean, that was like Outriders level of glitches, you know, like basically unplayable at first. I do kind of want to play Cyberpunk. I know there's a gun that talks to you that's very hilarious, apparently, and I'm curious about that, but...
Oh, the game... But I have heard even if the game was bug-free, the problem is the game itself isn't that great. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Oh, really? Okay, well... Guess I'm not gonna spend any money on that. The fuck is Saganaki?
To me, it just looked like it was going on. It had too much going on. And I also don't care about character customization to the level that they apparently advertised it being.
Yeah, why the fuck do you need to literally create your dick size for a video game? That is honestly pretty dumb. For a moment, I thought that was hilarious, but then I was like, not really. Why do you care, you know?
Yeah.
Frankly, it's almost confusing that people care in real life, let alone
Wait,
for a video game.
logged out? Are you being serious? You trolling? Cyberpunk is fucking amazing.
We determine whether this is trolling or not.
I have not determined it yet. He says he will not hear this heresy. I love the game and its story. Okay, I think he's serious now.
No, that makes me maybe want to play it, but I still don't know.
Well, being that I haven't played it, I can't speak it, one way or another about it. So
I haven't either. I just know what I've heard, but I have been curious about the game. Maybe I'll play it at some point.
that RoboCop game, guys, come on, looks fucking fun as shit.
RoboCop game.
Yeah, there's a RoboCop game coming out, and a Killer Clowns from Outer Space game.
Really?
Yep.
Well, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I saw you posted something about that the other day. Yeah. Ah la la, Greek people have silly cheers.
Keanu's the weakest part, maybe. It's the first I've ever heard anyone say anything good about it. Yeah, that's true. Wait, I've never hated another human more. Wait, when he ends the chat, he says "wayo." What does that even mean?
Wayo.
Wayo.
You turds. Oh, there is. Ain't gonna cost me shit, you dumb idiot.
Like the song? What song? This is probably not a song I will know. Straight up. Won't know it.
Where are my dudes at? What the fuck is this? Jesus fuck, what is going on?
Take it from someone that's favorite games are... Wait. Take it from someone that's favorite games, or I'm guessing you meant are Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Redemption 2, The Witcher 3, some of the best games of all time. Love the story of Cyberpunk so much. They fucked up hard though with how they released it. I may have never had any issues, but I won't deny CDPR fucked up royally. I'm back from work. How's it going, logged out? Or camcorder? Jesus, I saw the names together. Anyhow, yeah. All right. I mean, I don't know. The gameplay itself just didn't really seem very interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't pull me. I just want them to do another, which I know they probably won't because they're working on some other stuff. But I just want them to do a new Fallout, not online Fallout. I really enjoyed Fallout 4. Not as much as I enjoyed Fallout 3, but I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, Fallout 4, like mechanics-wise and everything, and like the new legendary weapon system and armor install, all that stuff, I loved it. But my major issue with that game is that you really can only do stuff on about a quarter of the map until you're like later in the game and you have power armor, or you just have a lot of health or whatever. Then you can go into the irradiated zone. But even once you get in there, there's like 4 locations total in that giant area. And they're not even really interesting.
Yeah, I wish here's what I wish they had done. I wish they had made Fallout 4 like they put a lot of emphasis on the power armor. And from like a gimmicky standpoint, I get why they did it. I would have rather could you imagine having played Fallout 3, right? And then in some random mysterious place and it changes constantly, there's one suit of power armor, right? Where like you have to play the game pretty much legitimately no power armor for the vast majority, but maybe you eventually find your way to a suit of power armor. Like that would have been fun. I didn't like that they built it into such a heavy mechanic in the game. That kind of bummed me out. So but you are right too. The irradiated wasteland, and then the other third of the map is water.
Yep.
And
it's like nothing in the water.
Yeah. Fallout 4 is the only Fallout I've ever played. Need to go. Hey, I'm guessing you're streaming. Have a great stream there, Milo. Fallout 4 is the only one I play. You should play. I don't think there's a big jump from Fallout 4 to Fallout 3. Do you think? It's been a long time since I played the third one, but I don't feel like you're like it's not like going from Fallout 4 to Fallout 1. Like they're very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I mean, very similar. It's just a different location and a few decades apart.
And do you think it's even graphically different?
I would say that the graphics in 4 are slightly better than 3, but not so much that, if someone were to go to 3 after playing 4, they'd be like, what in the fuck am I looking at?
Right. I gave more shit about the characters in 3. Every character I cared more about.
Oh, yeah. Well, the funny thing is, the characters I cared the most about in 4 were the fucking cameos from 3.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Plus, Liam Neeson is in 3.
Yeah, dude, he's your fucking dad, bro. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's in 3. Ron Perlman's in all of them, but,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I actually picked up Red Dead again at home a little bit here and there. Not playing for very long. Just because I missed riding around on the horse in like the stormy areas of the map, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like in the forests and stuff.
Yep.
I was like, I just need some of that in my life. So it's like just was like going around killing things. No real point, because there is no point anymore playing that game.
Yeah.
Though after playing it for like 3 nights, just like for say 45 minutes apiece, I finally saw another person on the map. And I was playing online. My point is like nowadays it just doesn't seem like anyone's playing it, I guess.
Well, they're not. I mean, there's some people playing, but especially after, Rockstar acknowledged that they're just never going to do anything for it. A lot of people are like, well, that's the whole reason I've been playing, was in hope that they'd do something, but they're not going to. I haven't played in about a year and a half or whatever it would be. I haven't really played since the winter of 2020 going into 2021, but for a little while there, that December, they had, there's like catalogs that, not the catalog you buy stuff, but they were like catalogs that would show up every so many months where you level up enough and you'll unlock all these cool little things for your dude.
Yeah.
Well, the one that was out in 2020, at the time frame that I was playing anyway, had this coat that obviously was designed to look like a Santa Claus sort of coat, right? And so I changed my character up and basically cosplayed as Santa Claus. And, I mean, at first it was just me playing the game. But it got to a point where I ended up changing the name of my permanent posse to Santa and the Elves, because I ended up collecting about a half a dozen people who just wanted to run around and literally be the elves. I mean, like, I would go and hunt the legendary animals, and I'd put them on my horse, and I would just ride until I found a stranger, and then just give them the legendary animal. Like, just go up to them and put it on their horse, and then walk away. Now, admittedly, I almost got killed almost every time I did that, because you start walking up with some animal on your shoulder over to someone's horse that they're sitting on, and they will pull their guns out on you. But I would just basically like set the panther or whatever the fuck it was down on their horse, wave at him, walk back to my horse, and leave. And yeah, a couple people for some reason thought that was like the coolest shit. And yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can send me a friend request on Facebook. I don't post shit to my Facebook really, so yeah, it's not that I think of. So. Okay, now the ads are over. My wife watched a lot of Fallout videos, and I always have to ask if it's 3 or 4 or 76 because they all look identical. There's a like Tricerathrax was just saying. There's a slight difference between 3 and 4.
Yeah, not much,
like not much.
If you're not someone who plays the games, you probably really wouldn't notice much of a difference, you know?
Yeah. I thought 4 just made you hate pretty much all the characters.
Kind of, yeah.
Like, or I guess the
that
factions.
Newsy chick was annoying as fuck. Oh, the factions. Yeah. I mean, most of your companions were kind of annoying too.
Yeah, I didn't like the companion thing either, to be honest.
I mean, I didn't like it in New Vegas either. The companion system in New Vegas is why I never finished the game.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never played New Vegas, so.
Yeah, so in New Vegas, they had these fucking I don't know, like a half a dozen.
That is the one,
right?
I guess not. Camcorder, what are you talking about? It's creepy and cursed. Damn it, ads. Wait, what? Camcorder, what do you want me looking at? What am I supposed to be looking at? Okay, I have a great game idea. Okay, Jesus. All right, what's your game idea? I'm sorry, chat was going so quickly. I'm not used to it. All right, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I was just saying that, like, with the companions in New Vegas, you had to, like, do certain things to be able to get your, like, companion characters up to their maximum potential. But some of their, like, shits that would, like, trigger for you to even do their quest kind of what's the word I'm looking for, like intermingled, I guess, for lack of the word coming to me. But basically, like, when you would intermingle, so like for instance, there was this dude, this like medical officer who was in this one place like right outside of Vegas, and then there's also this robot named Eddie, and both of them have like certain triggers, and if you don't hit those certain triggers, you just can't even finish their quest line to get them their boost. And
okay.
And that kind of bothered me. But the reason that bothered me so much is because this dude, his name was Arcade Ganon. So both Arcade Ganon and this fucking robot had certain triggers that, like, if you were to, go and do the trigger once, you can't do it again. And so if you didn't have both of them in your party at the moment that you set off that trigger, you might fuck one of their quest lines up permanently for that entire file, and then there's just nothing you can do, And I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. And I just if I didn't have the weird like completionist brain thing with the games or whatever, it wouldn't have been such an issue, but I do, so I just kept restarting the game. I mean, like, literally, dude, I bought a notebook and meticulously planned out exactly what I would do in what order for basically the first 50% of the game, just to hopefully make sure I actually get all that shit, or get all that shit accomplished without fucking it up for anybody. But yeah, it just drove me nuts.
Hey, body horror ocean exploring game where you're first person, your goal is to explore and find all the sea slugs. It's in 3D. Does that say sea slugs? It does. Okay. It will be called Nudie Find.
Oh, what? Like, yeah, Nudie, like N-U-D. What are those creature things that are characters in SpongeBob?
Oh, okay. Meaning, and all the ones you can see, there's no set number. Wait. Body horror ocean exploring game first person. What is creepy about What's body horror about it? I see a lot bigger difference between Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim graphically than Fallout 3, 4, 76. But it's probably just because I'm more familiar with the Elder Scrolls games.
Well, also, to be fair, there is definitely a much bigger difference between those three games than any of the Bethesda Fallout games. Like, between Morrowind and the other two, like, you can definitely see the advancements in technology. Then again, those games pretty much all came out like 10 years apart, which isn't quite the spread for the Fallout 3 and 4 and so on.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now. Camcorder, I got you. Yeah, I've never played any of the Oblivion games. Or I would be, I guess, any of the Elder Scrolls games, I guess is what you would say. But I've watched Skyrim get played quite a bit. But even then, the one I watched was being played on a... it was my wife was playing it on her Switch. Which I thought it was kind of crazy that they even had that available on Switch. I didn't think that that was going to be like a graphically appropriate console, but apparently so. Did you play all of the games, Tricerathrax?
Played all the Bethesda games since Morrowind. Well, I haven't played any of the mobile stuff. Then there are some mobile games, but there's also some Neo Geo games of all things. But anyway, I haven't played those. But when it comes to their console games, I've played Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim. Just none of the peripheral stuff, really, I guess.
What's Neo Geo?
It was some company's version of like a Game Boy, but it just wasn't nearly as popular.
I would sacrifice you all for Mehrunes Dagon?
It's one of the Daedra in the Elder Scrolls games. They're basically like demon god sort of things.
Oh, okay.
To give you a terminology that makes sense to you. That's fucking irritating.
Yeah, I've always been more of a sci-fi style guy versus like fantasy, so that's why Fallout appealed to me so much.
I thought you were like really into like fairies and dragons and stuff. Remember that was like your favorite section of Spencer's.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, I like goblins.
Those are like fairies, but you know, gross.
Goblins and stuff like that, but I don't know. Dragons? Nah.
Really? Dragons are cool as shit, dude. They're giant reptiles with wings and murdery stuff.
Yeah, for some reason never got behind the dragon thing.
You never liked a dragon, not once. I'm not paraphrasing Walk Hard, I'm asking that as a question.
Not even once. Honestly, man, I'm really thinking, and yeah, I mean, like, what do you mean like? I can like dragons, but I was never into them.
Seems like you were last time I was in your stream, and you were obsessed with that old Sean Connery movie.
Yes, Dragonheart's a good movie. I still stand by that.
An awful lot of time focused on the dragon from that movie, if I recall.
The special effects of it.
Don't clarify. That makes me sound wrong. And I wasn't expecting that.
It's kind of like there's some really cool scenes with dragons in like Game of Thrones, for example. They do it pretty well, but they're the by far I almost say my least favorite part of the Game of Thrones series. Like I don't give a shit about the dragons. And you're supposed to give a shit about the dragons. I was more pissed that we never got to see more wolf action, personally. But...
Dude, wolves are way cooler than dragons.
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole theory is that, like, a bunch of the family members of the Starks have dire wolves, which are like giant wolves. And you do get to see them do some badass shit, but in a world where there's dragons, you guys could have made those wolves way more badass, in my opinion. So.
Also, wolves actually exist.
Well, dire wolves don't. But.
Hey, dude, if the wolf is bigger than usual, it's a dire wolf. There's gotta be, like, wolves with gigantism or whatever it's called, you know?
Or, yeah, just older style, like, not quite prehistoric, but, you know, like the saber-toothed version of wolves, you know?
Yeah. Saber-toothed wolves.
That'd be pretty creepy.
Creepy or super awesome and dangerous? I guess that'd be why it was creepy. Never mind. What do we have over here?
I definitely want more goblin horror movies. There's not enough of them. Matter of fact, I can only, off the top of my head, think of maybe like 2. And
really?
there were, yeah, horror movies, yeah, that like are specifically about like goblins, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm excluding things like the movie Leprechaun, the series Leprechaun. That doesn't
Well, that's
count.
not a goblin, that's a leprechaun.
Right, it's a leprechaun, right? And then there's Troll, but those are trolls.
Yep.
Okay. Like my favorite, like I love Troll Hunter, okay? They're not goblins, but there are some cool fucking scenes in that movie. There's a movie called The Hollow and The Hallow, interestingly enough, both kind of about goblins, and both are totally different stories, but one's called The Hollow and one's called The Hallow. I don't know why. I don't understand it. They actually came out around the same time. Actually, do you remember? I don't know if you were working there at this time, but at Spencer's, we sold, like, was it called like Bunny Buttmouth or something like that? Stuffed animals. Do you know what I'm talking about at all?
That might have been before I joined.
Oh,
Team
okay.
Blizzard. Yeah.
It was these weird stuffed animals that came in a plastic tube, but they were like really disturbing versions of rabbits doing weird shit. And they had little comic books in the back, and that artist who did that did the drawings for this movie called, I think it was called The Hallow or something like that. It was pretty creepy.
Huh.
No, not trolls. Not like the fucking things with the crazy hair. There was a movie, the series called, I think called Trolls like 1, 2, and 3 from like the 80s or 90s or something like that. And I'll even give that one movie that Del Toro did, Afraid of the Dark or something like that, where it's got like tooth fairies in it that are like really fucking creepy. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, that, from like, are you talking about that movie from like the early 2000s?
No, it's like it's like 2010, something like that.
Nah, my time frames are bad.
Yeah, it's got, is it Ethan Hawke?
I think was it called like Darkness Falls or something?
No, you're thinking of Darkness Fall. That's a different one. But interestingly enough, which is the Tooth Fairy is a monster in that, but that's like a human being creature. There's this other one where there's like a stove. There's like a basement that's like blocked off in this house, and in the basement there's this like stove, and when you open it up, it goes down to this tunnel. You don't ever really go into the tunnel, but there's these creepy little fairy goblins that come out, and they like take teeth and shit like that. It's really fucking creepy. But you don't see them very much. So that's the only thing I would like dock the movie against. And they use kids. I don't like horror movies that use kids. I'm over the kid trope. Okay.
Yeah,
Kids
I
don't, like-
can't really do that.
Yeah. Hellboy 2. Like Hellboy 2. Actually, remember in Hellboy 2, the weird like tooth fairies? They're creepy like that. But they're more like goblin-y, I guess. They kind of look like miniature monkey men. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
Wait, are they just the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz?
No, is it called Alone in the Dark? I always get it confused with. I always want to say, "Are you afraid of the dark?" But I know that's not.
Yeah, that's a fucking what, Nickelodeon show or something.
Yeah. I think they rebooted that one too. Alone in the Dark, maybe.
You ever see the show? What was it called? Erie, Indiana.
No.
It was essentially kind of like a Twilight Zone for kids.
No, it's not Alone in the Dark either. God damn it! That's gonna piss me off. Anyhow,
It's
you were
actually
saying?
just literally
No,
called
it's
Monkey
not. It's
Fairy.
not Pan's Labyrinth. It was like produced by Del Toro. He didn't direct it. You finished the season 1 of True Detective. How'd you like it? Logged Out. Did you love it? Because I fucking love that show. It's got. Is it Ethan Hawke? No. Who's the guy in Memento?
Fucking John Cusack? Or wait, Memento.
No.
Never mind. I was for some reason thinking Identity. I don't know why I mixed those two up. Memento. What is that guy's
One
name?
of my favorite shows. Yeah. Some really amazing camera work in that show. Guy Pearce. I'm pretty sure it's Guy Pearce. Season 2 is weird. I'm just giving you a heads up. It follows a completely different storyline, so it's not. I didn't really like season 2. I did finish it, but I did not watch any of season 3 because season 2 kind of let me down. So, the first season of True Detective is really good. Yeah, Guy Pearce. I can't remember the chick in it, but she's a somebody. I don't remember her name, but she's a bigger actress. Don't be afraid of the dark. Thank you. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Seems like poor advice based on the synopsis of the film.
Yeah, it's a really weird name for the film because I'm pretty sure the dark. Oh, well, I guess the creatures are afraid of light. So.
Oh, okay.
I
Still
Katie
seems like a
Holmes.
weird title.
So it's Guy Pearce, Katie Holmes, and then whoever the little girl is.
Katie Holmes. Is that the chick that was unfortunately married to Tom Cruise for a little bit?
You know way more about the Hollywood drama than I do.
Nah, I just watched some shit about Scientology over the years.
It's actually like, dude, you know my shit about religious people in general, but like people who fucking are like fervently into Scientology. What the fuck? You know it's less than 100 years old. Written by a dude who was a pathological liar from the age of 4, who wrote shitloads of Pulp Fiction at a rate people couldn't even believe because he was so good at making shit up. And then he's like, oh yeah, no. This totally wacky bullshit about xylene is totally real. Or Xenu. Fuck, goddamn it, I'm using words. But fucking like, they're like, dude, there's South Park episodes that make Scientology look absolutely hilarious. And it turns out, after doing some research, nothing in that South Park episode is inaccurate. Like, that's literally what they believe in Scientology. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I mean, I guess it's really no wackier than, like, the Abrahamic faiths or Hinduism or anything, but it feels wackier.
Yeah,
because
but
it
no,
directly says
the
aliens.
reason it's wackier. Here's why it's wackier is because, at least when you think about the really old Abrahamic faiths, you can kind of sympathize with how stupid people were back then because of the lack of like science and knowledge and shit like that, right? So even if you think they're silly, you're just like, well, you know what? Hey, that was.
Well, and the other thing is too, to be fair to people before the last 100 years, this whole like biblical literalism garbage, that's only something from like the early 1900s. Like before that, people were like, it's a book, got some parables in it, maybe you learn a moral lesson. what the fuck kind of moral lesson you'd ever learn from anything in that book. The Bible specifically. Well, that's why we have so many problems in the West, is people took moral lessons from it. But
Hey,
I mean, that's the book that says if
God-given
your kids disobey,
talent, bro.
murder them. If your kids are gay, murder them. If your kids are kids, murder them. If a dude sleeps with another dude, he's fucking unclean and you gotta murder him. And if a lady does it, it's okay because dudes are horny for lesbians, but we're not gonna say that out loud because it's at church. You know, it's like the book's fucked up. There's a story
Don't
where like
jump
an
into
old
the mouth of
man
the whale.
has
That's
40 fucking children murdered because they called him bald, which was accurate. You know, and God sent the bear to kill him because apparently that's a good moral just thing to do. And it's it's silly. I can't see what the moral lesson is there in stories like that, aside from never insult bald people, but I don't think that's even really a morality.
That's right, motherfuckers. No.
Dude. As the one person that you know with a proceeding hairline, I am going to overpower your bald status by being uniquely overly haired.
Overly haired?
Yes, dude, I am middle-aged wolf, starring a very shaky Michael J. Fox.
Damn straight baldy pride? What? Wait, you've mentioned this before. Are you bald? Do you shave your head? Do you go full bald, or are you balding? There's a difference. Do you embrace it, or are you still fighting it? Okay. Or else we'll send a bear and a whale after you. Wait, why are we talking about whales?
Because there's that story. First of all, it's not a whale, it's a great fish, according to every fucking pastor I've had to listen to. But there's a story about this douchebag named Jonah who was supposed to go and preach to the town of Nineveh, and he's like, I don't want to do it because this is stupid. And then he tries to run away, ironically, to the town that he wasn't going to or something like that. And then this big old fish, it's probably a shark, not a whale. I mean, whales aren't even fish, but anyway. Yeah, he gets swallowed up by the thing, manages to survive for 3 days in stomach acid somehow. And then
I thought that was Pinocchio.
Yeah, they got it from Pinocchio, dude.
Oh, you mean Pinocchio? You mean Pinocchio got it from that?
I'm still going to say they got it from Pinocchio. I know that is chronologically stupid, but the fact of the matter is that book was written by centuries of incels and fallacious morons. So like they got it from some people who did a thing in the future at this point. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, I embraced it in high school. Could be a whale shark. There we go.
Oh, a whale shark, eh? I'll take that one. Wait, how is this dude like right here?
I don't know. They seem pretty chill, whale sharks do. You know, I don't think they're going to be up to no nonsense.
Whale sharks? I mean, I bet you they could fuck around if they wanted to.
That's how they get you. Don't mind me, all unassuming over here.
What blows my mind is the people who intentionally go swimming with sharks. And everybody's like, no, they don't attack humans. They only do it if you look like a fish. But also, you gotta look like a fish to go swim with them. What? That's dumb.
I've wanted to swim with sharks, but more out of a
suicidal tendency? Like what?
No. Like what's the word I'm looking for?
I feel like it's
God, exposure, kind of like therapy. Not therapy, but like just kind of like just do it to be like, okay, this is what it's like to absolutely know that you're. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I would imagine me swimming with sharks is the same reason people go parachuting. Or like skydiving.
I mean, I guess, but your only risk when parachuting is that the parachute doesn't work. If it does work, you're pretty much probably going to be all right as long as you've had some training. With sharks, you just don't know. Those dudes might be like, you know what? Doesn't really look like a fish, but fuck this guy. You know, like I don't know. I'm sure they have more intelligence people give them credit for, and sometimes they're just attacking to be like, fuck you guys, get out of my water.
That's how they get you. And the next thing you know, bam, you're in its stomach praying to Xena to save you. Or whatever the Scientology god is called.
I think you have to like drop yourself into a volcano to pray to that dude, or however it works. But yeah, he like lives in a volcano where he has all our souls, or some dumb weird shit. My word, saying this shit out loud, it blows my mind. Anyone would ever believe it. But
You know, part of me always thought that the whole Scientology thing was just like bougie religion. Like,
you can't really join it unless you're loaded. You
right.
know?
It never came off to me as something that anyone actually believed, but they need you to believe that they believe, when really it's just a bougie religion. It's just religion for rich
just
people.
Like church.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I'm sorry. I can go to church right now if I want to. I'm sure there's a church I could go to literally right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't even know if I can like join Scientology for free. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you can even get your foot in the door.
I don't know about like whether you gotta pay to join, but I know you gotta go through all those weird nonsense machine tests and bullshit before they'll potentially accept you.
Come to my church. I'm good, man. I'm not going to any church. Thank you.
If that's a real church, absolutely not.
You have to pay with your life. The pagans.
Come to my church. We can bash homosexuals and black people.
I mean, that'd probably be the closest thing, but I'm not really not much of a believer in much here, guys. So.
Yeah,
I think the pagans would probably be the closest. Like, if there had to be like a universal religion that everyone just had to deal with, it'd probably be close to paganism that I would have to pick. Like, if I had to pick one.
Paganism is a very broad phrase.
That's why I would pick it. Exactly.
Everything except for Christianity.
Exactly. That's kind of why I would pick it.
I would go with your dad's shit, dude. Druidism. That shit's like barely. I mean, I guess there are gods there, but it's mostly like, here's some fucking stories based on how nature works, and at least nature actually works. Like, it's kind of logical, I guess, but maybe not logical, but less dumb.
Have you ever oh my god, have you heard the word of the world turtle? I haven't. Why don't you tell me about the word of the world? Wow, that's really difficult to say. Word of the world turtle. It's kind of difficult to say. All churches should be burned. In a video game, maybe. I don't know. Let's not.
In Minecraft.
Yes,
for sure.
Logged out. Thank you.
I think better than burning all the churches, people who go to church should just be intellectually honest and get an education, and then they won't believe in church stuff, and then we'll just repurpose the churches for something useful, like a fucking crack den or something better than a church.
You think a crack den's better than a church?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a good
I mean,
debate
the
topic.
crack actually exists at least, and then it's their choice to do it. You know, with a crack den, we won't have issues like some dude having a crisis of faith telling us we got to give him $8,000 back. So this sounds better to me.
I'd be more than happy to share his words with you. After the matter of your membership, he is taken care of. It will be 2 shells.
Well, no, that would imply you killed turtles. Although...
No, they died of natural causes.
I think the one cool thing about Judaism, Christianity, and Islam is the Old Testament, because there were some really cool rules in there, like women were sinning by menstruating. Of course, that makes sense. And they could only be forgiven for having their natural biological cycle if they brought 2 turtles to the temple in a fucking desert with no turtles.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, dude. It was a pretty, like, dude, shitty rule, but whoever made it up, hilarious.
1 million shell bucks. I'm curious, Turtle, how do I get the shell bucks?
You gotta buy a lot of gaseous shell.
I was gonna say, are they made from real shell, Turtle? Because if so, I think your religion has some faulty points, okay?
Well, if it didn't, it wouldn't be a religion, so he's doing it right.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah, if it doesn't contradict itself in absolutely ridiculously obvious ways, it's not a religion.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
That's what we talked about in your office earlier today.
Yeah. Well, first you have to travel to a remote desert temple.
In a land with no turtles. I gotta be honest, I don't know if there were turtles wherever the ancient Hebraic peoples were traveling around nomadically at that time, but I'm just gonna guess there weren't a lot. Like, don't turtles need water?
Well, except for desert turtles.
I mean, well, wait, hold on. Isn't there like a thing where, like, there's turtles and tortoises, and, like, one of them pretty much is, like, in the water all the time, the other one, like, gets out and fucks around or something? I don't remember what the difference is.
Well, we got one in chat. Probably clear this up for us.
Yeah, so clear it up.
There's
Do you spend all your time in the water?
thunderstorm. If there weren't any, then how would they have to know? Wait, then how would they have know to mention them?
Nomadic people, they travel around. Hello. Oh my god, what a dumb question. I'm just kidding.
Oh my
But
God.
no, yeah, obviously there would be
Jesus.
turtles, otherwise they wouldn't know about it, but I'm gonna guess in the desert where there's barely anything anyway, probably the population of turtles wasn't outrageously high at the time. And also with how much the Bible does women hating, they probably did that rule because they wouldn't likely find a fucking turtle. So that's just the way Abrahamic faith people are. They fucking hate women and anybody who's a different color than whatever the majority of people around them in their specific country happen to be, and all that other stuff. I mean, that's like the whole rule with all three of them religions. You know, it's like the majority male is top tier of the hierarchy, and then the ladies that they want to have sex with, and then after that,
It's
everybody
turtles.
who's not the majority. No, usually there's still dicks about turtles. I mean, you know humans, so they're shit
Yeah,
about
that's
everything.
true. Existed, so turtle population was actually at an all-time high. Dude, I have saved so many turtles in my life. Turtle, I'll have you know. Okay, I only kill them in video games because I saved them in real life.
I mean, if we're talking about how many fucking painter turtles I've potentially caused car accidents to avoid hitting in the road in Michigan,
I'm talking about the turtles that I've helped cross the road. I don't believe you.
Oh, I guess I've done that too, actually, now that I think
Exactly. Turtles are all like, I'm just gonna walk across this road, and I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You know,
about
like,
it. Yeah, dude, you're a
we need,
million miles too slow for that.
yeah, we need turtle bridges. Okay.
Dude, but do you think they would use
You should believe me. I hail from the Midwest. I'm pretty sure Michigan's made up of just turtle. Like, they're all over the damn place.
and mostly painter turtles because they're really dope.
They're on the sacred world turtle pilgrimaging, and you're interfering. Oh, I'm interfering by removing them from their death? I'm helping them cross the road. Sure.
If you don't want them
was
to
there-
make it a turtle mecca, let's just fucking let them get run over, I guess. Weird position for a turtle over.
He's a turtle lover, but he's also turtle religious, so he's like, no, this is what turtle god wants, don't interfere.
He's
Turtle
like, no,
God's
it's
an
more
idiot.
like, it's more like, no, dude, they were sacrificing themselves to the turtle gods. Oh, they were,
Turtle
yeah, that's what he
gods
says.
are
They were trying to meet their god.
Well, then they're just as bad as the Abrahamic faith people.
Logged
I
out.
guess turtle god's not real.
Of course, we're on the back of a turtle. We all know this.
Well, I mean, that's a thing in various culture mythologies, but also, from what I've read, the indigenous peoples of this continent before white people came and murdered 72.5 out of 77 million of them, it's called the place Turtle Island. And if you look at like an overhead, fucking, I don't know, outer space map of North America, you can see it being like a snapping turtle or something if you look at it right, but... Yeah, basically. This
And I curse them to having to live out their extremely long lives trapped in this hell with us. All right, that's fine, Turtle. You can have that position for this conversation, but the next time you see me kill a turtle on stream, just know I'm releasing it, okay? That's what I'm doing.
You know what? We should go and play the forest on Friday, actually, and just hunt turtles for like 6 hours, so we can send them to their maker and make them happy. For Turtle Forge. Fuck Skull Guys.
No, we're playing Ghost Exile. Anyone want in on Ghost Exile this Friday? Let me know. We're playing some scary Ghost Exile game. Come on, Turtle. Friday night, Ghost Exile. No turtle killing. We'll get you in on something freaky. Can help us banish demons. It's like the cooler version of Phasmophobia, okay?
Phasmophobia. That's all, you know, that's kind of a weird title, too. It's like called the fear of the thing that you have to go do in the game. Which I don't think you would do if you're phasmophobic.
Those ones aren't on their pilgrimage, obviously. How do you know?
I mean, they are constantly traveling. That
Those
seems pretty
are
pilgrimage-y to
our
me.
sacred elders and saint turtles, or at least they were.
I don't believe it.
Sounds like lies and propaganda, just the type of thing you'd see from a religion.
Yep. You know what? I bet you the turtle flag has a red stripe, a white stripe, and a green stripe to represent the 3 forms of turtle martyrdom, 2 of which only came about because 2 little missionary turtles were all upset they didn't get to murder and rape some country into believing their religion. So then the turtle pope had to make up 2 new kinds of martyrdom that didn't involve violence, so they could still get their special magical house in their turtle heaven. Also, that is the history of Catholicism in Ireland.
That is a whole lot of turtle going on there.
Yeah, it's mostly really just
Snapping
Irish
turtles are
Catholicism.
fallen turtles.
I think they're the best turtles, dude.
Actually, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I love
They're
snapping
pretty,
turtles.
I mean, they're pretty snappy, if you know what I'm saying. God, I'm old.
There's this one fucking TikTok I follow, or that I see often. I don't know if you think I follow him. I think it's like a reptile, like not like a zoo. Maybe it might be like a reptile house or something. And they're always carrying around those giant fucking snapping turtles that must weigh like 200 pounds and like just like could snap off your head if they wanted to.
Nice.
So they snapped at the forbidden apple and fell from grace. But thank God they have thank God they have turtle shells to survive the landing.
You know, speaking of turtles eating forbidden fruit, I gotta tell you, you know, reading that story, not as a Christian, makes it seem like the devil's the good guy. Because according to the story itself, God basically created Adam and Eve as these stupid, ignorant, mindless animals that had no idea of the consequences of their actions. And then Lucifer was like, hey, do you want to have some understanding of the ripple effect your actions have? And they're like, yes, that's probably a good idea in case we make more people and we affect them somehow. And he was like, all right, eat this fucking unidentified fruit everybody keeps calling an apple for some reason. And then the chick did it, and then she was like, oh, so if I'm like really rude to a person, that'll hurt their feelings. And God was like, hey, you ain't supposed to know that, bitch. Also, you and your husband are gonna die now, and it's gonna fucking suck dick when you fucking try to give birth, because now your hip bones are suddenly closer together, which you didn't notice except for I told you that. You know, it's a silly story. I mean, really, the devil's the only good guy there, because he was like, hey, if you want to have any sort of intelligence and a conscience and also just consciousness, you know, eat this fruit, bitch. And she did. I think that was a good thing.
Lucifer is Prometheus?
Dude, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Wait, how do you figure?
They're also kind of Loki. Well, if you read the stories of Prometheus and Lucifer, like, at no point in the Bible, except for when God and the devil make a bet about God's boy Job, does Lucifer actually do anything that's actually bad to people? And a lot of his stuff is like similar. So based on the thing I was just saying, where I was like, them eating the fruit, giving them like knowledge and blah 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 is actually good.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Prometheus does the
Okay.
same thing with Helios fire. I actually did a whole big fucking presentation about this at my university back in the day. But yeah, Lucifer, Loki, Prometheus, a number of other mythological characters are all essentially the same like archetype within their respective mythologies. It's just that based on whatever the cultural values of the culture that made up any of these mythologies were, that character's either looked at as a good or a bad thing. So like Loki, for about the first half of his story, he's a good guy. Latter half, he's just being too much of a dick, and he's a bad guy.
just drew, went too far.
Yeah, because like the earlier, like chronologically earlier myths with Loki and the Norse stuff, he's fucking around like being a mischievous dickhead, but he generally will also be the person to like kind of resolve the problem he caused, and also as an end consequence to all the bullshit that was going down. Usually,
he really liked horses. Yes, he did really like horses.
He did. He turned himself into a mare to get fucked by a male horse to make a baby horse, which is Odin's horse Sleipnir. But yeah, dude. I mean, he not only liked horses, but he was really into horse dicks. He might be the first person with a horse dildo, dude. But anyway, yeah. I mean, like usually in the end, after everything was resolved, the gods were in a better position than they were before he fucked around. But then you get to the point of like the Lokasena, or in English, Loki's fighting. Where the Aesir, the gods you would know from like the Marvel movies and stuff, go to this banquet that one of the Vanir, one of the other gods in a separate pantheon in that religion is holding in his underwater kingdom. He's like basically like the Norse Neptune, if you will. And so like all the gods from the Aesir and the Vanir are like sitting together, having a nice dinner after their weird ancient wars with each other and shit. And Loki's the only one who's not there. But he shows up and he just starts fucking insulting everybody at the table. And at that point, Odin's like, "Fuck you, bitch, you're done." And yeah, they bind him to a stone in a cave and suspend a venomous serpent above his head that constantly drips venom onto his face. But his wife is an incredibly faithful person, and so she like holds this bowl over his head to catch the venom. And way back in the day, there were a number of Germanic cultures that believed that earthquakes were the result of when Loki's wife had to go dump the bowl, and for a moment this painful venom is hitting him in the face, and he's like thrashing around under the ground, under the mountains in a cave somewhere. Yeah. So he ends up being a bad guy just from being a little too mischievous too often. But then there's, Loki Lucifer and Prometheus, and they essentially do the same thing, which is like give intelligence and like ingenuity and everything that we have that supposedly makes us human special comes from either, Lucifer in the Abrahamic faiths or from Helios in the Greek mythos. And the Greeks were like, this is good because thinking and critical thinking and shit is a good thing for life. And
wait, hold on a second, real quick. Turtle, hold on a second.
Individuality is bad.
Turtle, what? Loki's, you're fucking with me. That's a stupid attack. What is it? Loki's ability in Smite is to make an illusion of himself getting venom dripped into his face. I shit you not.
Is it really?
I don't know.
If he's being serious, that's like literally a reference to the mythology itself, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but how would that be an attack?
I don't know.
It's his decoy ability. Okay.
His decoy is just him with poison on his face? Doesn't seem logical, but I guess I don't play MOBAs because they're terrible, so I wouldn't know.
It distracts the enemy's minions. Okay.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. They're probably like, hey, why is this leader guy running around writhing in pain with poison all over his face? This is weird.
Yeah, what's going on over here, guys? Check out this loser. He's got poison on his face.
There's poison face bitch over here. I don't know, I went into an accent halfway through that, and a bad one at that, but I did.
Because that's what minions sound like. It then explodes in a poison cloud. Okay, that deals damage when it's over. It used to be just him dancing and taunting. That part at least made dancing and taunting made a little bit more sense, but I suppose if you're
honestly,
embracing
that's cool
the
enough.
mythology. Ow, fuck.
I mean, that is really cool. That's kind of a deep cut for Loki stuff. I mean, most people tend to really just know the MCU shit with Loki, which is all entirely garbage. But I mean, fuck. MCU made Thor blonde when in every fucking story that's ever existed about Thor, they call him Thor the red-haired, Thor the red-beard, Thor is a ginger, Thor about having red hair. And then the dumb idiot who created the Marvel comic was like, well, every single reference to him says that he has red hair. I'm gonna make him blonde. And then the fucking, probably, I bet you the guy that created that comic is a fucking racist.
Apparently Smite's Thor has red hair.
They did better than Marvel. I mean, there's so much reference to Thor being the god with red hair in that pantheon that it's actually almost kind of upsetting and mind-blowing to me that the creator of Marvel
hey, we'll
comics
see how, we'll see how God of War does him up.
Oh, I suppose that's true. I mean, aside from the obvious changes that they had to do because it's, Kratos, this video game-based Greek god going into the Norse gods or whatever. But when it comes to showing certain aspects of the gods in that first God of War up there, it's generally kind of accurate.
Did you end up beating it?
Yeah, I did. The one thing I didn't do was defeat all the Valkyries to unlock the hidden Valkyrie and then fight her.
Okay.
But the actual game itself I did beat. But give me just a minute. I'm gonna take a bio break and I'll be right back.
Yep. Wait, have they shown him already? Have they fully shown Thor in God of War? I thought we just saw side glimpses of him. I haven't looked deep into it. Oh, really? Shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. Ooh, sharing pictures. Oh, shit! That does look pretty badass. That does look pretty badass. That is pretty fucking cool. All right. Awesome. I'm down. I'm down. Drink an entire ocean. Yeah, no shit. God of War gameplay is terrible to me, so I just have to watch the play. Oh, really? I like the play. I like how it plays. I am a fan. Guys, we're almost technically we could cut the legs off next stream. We pretty much did all the major texturing around the limbs. Oh no, there's one other thing. Oh shit, no. There's some other stuff we have to do. Wait, what's TLOU? But you can play Cyberpunk. That is true. Oh, The Last of Us, okay. Yeah, and Red Dead's, I think, wonkier than fucking, honestly, than God of War is. But to be fair, Turtle, you never actually played, you never played Cyberpunk, right? Or have you actually played it?
Pretend.
Nice.
Yes.
Did you know they actually released what Thor is going to look like? And
Oh, they
he is
did?
a big fat redhead. Yeah. If you look it up online.
Oh, you know,
see it.
actually, he's in a cutscene in the other one for like
Yeah,
a brief
but-
moment.
Yeah, but
And I
he
think
does.
you see that he's a big fat red-haired guy.
Oh, I don't know if you saw that there, but they just shared an image in my chat. Yeah, he looks pretty much like you would kind of imagine him to look.
He's basically the fat Chris Hemsworth Thor, but with actually the correct hair.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Nice. Hey, speaking of Thor, you think that Thor Johnson dude from Canada that we met at the AVN still wants to make his dick into a real cock
Probably.
in Minecraft? I don't know what I'm supposed to say or not say anymore.
Yeah, he does. He's still producing, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, it turns out when we had Sydney Screams and Cassie Cummings in there the other week, like they know Thor and Sherry and Nico and everybody, and we chatted about the AVNs for a little bit while they were over at the shop. But now I'm curious. Also, by the way, Cassie wants to have her dick molded if that's an option. I don't know what her intention is for that, but
Yeah.
and that might be a thing that we'd be doing in the future. Yeah.
Jesus, what are you guys blaspheming over around here? I think we should settle this with a duel at high noon. Oh my god. Guys, what's the issue?
Yeah. What's going on? Did I miss something?
They're arguing about.
They're arguing
games.
about the phrase. These fucking soldiers are dumb.
How far do you
bitch.
think you are into the game?
I'm not very far into it. To be honest with you, got pretty upset the other day and restarted my file because I found out. So there's a skill tree, and I was like, oh, well, shit. It turns out the level cap is 40 or something. Yeah, 40. And I was like, okay, I'd just been kind of randomly spreading out my points and not like focusing on any given thing. And about half of the skills I had put points into, like I just never used with my playstyle. And I was like, fuck, dude, my dude's kind of a bitch compared to what he could be, considering that, I set it up this way. So pretty much I started over, and now I'm actually, being more logical about how I allocate points and shit. But there's
You seem to do
quite
that a
bit of
lot in games, I've noticed.
dude, don't point out the obvious, man.
Well, okay.
I do. I have this like weird. Dude, if I could reset my life, I would. Like,
Allocate your
reset
points
is
elsewhere.
The best thing about any video game I've ever played is that I can start over. And man, I really do wish you could do that with life. Or I wish I could just go back in time. I mean, I don't look that much different aside from the beard than I did in high school. I wish I could just like go back to like 2001 and be like, hey, don't do these things.
Yeah.
Maybe let me set myself off on a different trajectory or whatever. Don't date any Dutch Protestants or any of that sort of shit.
I mean, that did not end well. And I was even still technically a Christian at the time, so it's not even like it was a religious thing.
All right, I think I found how I want. Let's see if it kind of go. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm digging it. That'll even it all out across the board. Let's do a test on the butt cheek real quick.
Butt cheek test.
Yeah, let's do a butt cheek test here. Oh, are you guys arguing about Red Dead?
Yeah. Weasel. You know what I just learned like 2 weeks ago at work that kind of surprised me, but kind of didn't?
Do I want to know?
It's not anything like gross or any shit. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. It turns out our facilities manager is an atheist.
Yeah, I think I didn't know that actually.
I mean, I kind of had that sort of vibe. I've definitely said some things.
Wait, what
where
is it my
if you-
fault? I should have known better than to trust him. I never
What?
corrected y'all until now. Wait, it's lagged out. Oh my god! You could have said that.
He's bitching
No,
now.
I'm just. Wait. I'm just stating loudly why logged out is wrong. Oh, they're strongly disagreeing. Okay, lagged out. Sorry, that's my bad. You could have said that. Gee, I don't know, 4 months ago. Just like.
What?
I was. You know what? It's LGGD out. Okay, how am I supposed to know? I'm pretty sure Milo is. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought. Okay. I don't know. Whatever. Don't have super weird ass fucking names. Okay.
Me a dumb soldier bitch.
Some say leg donut.
Give me like donut. Give me 1 second. I think I might have just heard Tony come out of his room.
That's all good.
And if that's the case, I need to chat with him for a moment. I'll be right back.
Oh, hey, wait, are you there? Damn it.
Yes.
All right, I'm actually going to be ending stream, so I'll just catch up with you later, man.
Oh, word. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yep, peace.
All right, peace.
Okay, lagged out. You know what's funny is Kyle and I got into a huge debate about this whole thing anyways. And he's like, it's lagged out, I think. And I'm like, nah, dude, pretty sure it's logged out. And he's like, no, dude, it's lagged out. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he said it was logged out. So yeah, that's my bad. It's actually turt. Lay. Good. He's gonna beat Tony's ass. I don't know what he's doing, but thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm gonna bounce. I'm not gonna be streaming tomorrow. But Friday, it sounds like we're trying to get down on some gaming. I'm gonna keep prodding Turtle to join us for some Fear gaming. It's gonna happen. So, but have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will catch up with you all later. Peace out.